Okay, it has been several weeks since I've been able to get out into the garage to keep working on this. I'll get into that later, but right now I need to move the Mustang over, get access to that driver's side. I might even just spin it all the way around, just so when I'm done I can push it back up against the way and park my car here again. But I again, kind of rinse and repeat, get my fender off the ceiling, grab the door from the little dolly thing I built there, and see how well or poorly things line up. All right, wheel dollies for the win. Yeah, that was pretty easy. If you've got a relatively flat floor, these things make moving a car around so nice. Okay, so I went ahead and put the hinges on the door, just kind of not torqued all the way down, just snug in so they would hold in place. If I remember from weeks ago, that was the easier way to do it. We'll see if I'm wrong. I'm going to protect the bottom of this with just some cardboard. Similar to the other side, I've still got the striker. I never moved that, and it lined up well before, so I'm just going to line it up, hook it to the striker, rest it on the cardboard, and see if I can get the plates in place here and here, and get at least a couple bolts in. Then I can put the rest of the hinge bolts in. Okay, the plates inside of here, if you recall on the passenger side, I marked which one was top and bottom and what orientation they went. Turns out they're the same bolt pattern, just reversed, right? So flipped this way. And I kind of had some back and forth, and I finally figured out from overspray and whatnot. But I would have saved myself a little trouble if I had taken 2 seconds and left myself a note. Okay, got the driver's side door on. Again, I'm not going for a final fitment on this. I just need to get everything back on the car and make sure that I didn't screw anything up majorly. That being said, I haven't measured it, but as a rough quick fit, that's looking pretty good. At least it's consistent-ish gap. It narrows down a little bit here, but honestly, not bad at all. Oh, there goes my clock. It lines up pretty well with the crease in the metal there and there. I haven't adjusted, as I said, the striker in and out. It is, honestly, that's pretty close. Pretty close for a quick and dirty adjustment. So I snugged down the hinge bolts. Next thing I'm going to do, the big thing that's the big question mark, right? I haven't replaced quarters or anything, so it's not surprising that these things that fit up originally fit up again. Luckily, nothing sagged. However, this is all new metal on the cowl here. So I am going to grab that fender off of the ceiling, put it up just like I did the other one, and see, because I can't change the shape of this. Either it's stamped correctly or it's not. So we'll see how it all lines up and go from there. Okay, placing the fender kind of roughly where it needs to go. I only have 2 bolts up top and 1 in the front, just holding it in place. Let me show you the gap here is maybe a little wide. So this could go in that way a little bit more, and I've got plenty of wiggle room. But the door, I don't know if you can see that, is out this way. Again, I'm not looking for perfection, but what I might do is just remove this fender, loosen the bolts on this side that attach the hinges to the door, and just scoot the front of the door in a little bit, just so I can see that these gaps are gonna tighten up okay. I think they will. I know that the door and fender lined up well to each other. Just as long as we can get it lined up well to this cowl, I'll be happy. If I can't, and all this is gonna depend on how the hood sits and everything else, I will be able to add metal. Like, let's say I can't move this further forward and have it still line up with the door. If I need to, I can add metal to just the edge here on the fender, just to bring it in and tighten that gap a little bit. But that's a ways down the road. We're just trying to get everything back on this car right now. All right, let me show you what I've done. I loosened up the door hinge bolts that let it move in this direction. They're snug, but they're enough that I can move the door in and out. And I have literally just one bolt holding this fender on so I can manipulate it, as you can see. So it's contacting up here. So it's as far that way. If I lift it, I can move it a little further, but then I start getting too proud. So right now, without manipulating or changing any of the metal, it's as far that way as possible. This gap is probably okay. That one's a little wide. Tough to show you, maybe just a little wide. So a couple options. I can change the shape of this metal up here or in between where it's interfering to let it slide a little bit further over. Or as I mentioned, I can add metal here to close that gap a little bit. All that's going to depend on the trunk. However, with the door here, let me see if I can hold the camera and show you at the same time. I can move it out a little bit, but with where the, probably can't see from that angle. Well, probably the worst video ever, but this is as far in as the top of the door is going to go without elongating holes or doing something, changing something with that. So it is close to lining up. It's still a little proud, and then it gets a little better as we go down. So, sorry, I need 3 or 4 hands to do this, but this does push in to line up, and this will come out to meet. So it will work pretty well. But I think this shows me what I need. Things are at least reasonable, or at least fixable for where they are right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put a couple more bolts, tighten everything down, so that it is all kind of intact in one unit. Okay, so some folks have been wondering, hey, when's the next video? What's taking so long? One of my buddies was asking me, when's the next video drop? I have been on vacation traveling, which was amazing, but I was gone for 3 weeks. And after that, my wife and I took turns getting sick, so I haven't been, it's been probably almost 2 months, 6 weeks, 2 months since I've been out in the garage. On top of that, there are some personal things going on that are going to require me to reassemble this car and have it ready to move. I'll get into details later if and when things happen, but for now, I need to hit pause on this project and probably put the engine back in, put the transmission back in, get everything in a state where if I need to relocate this car, I can do that. All good things, but we will burn that bridge when we come to that. What that means is you're probably not going to see very many videos for quite some time. I apologize. Hopefully you stick with me. I do have every intention of continuing working on this car. So one of the sad parts for me is over the last year or two, we've had so much moving forward, all the new metal work, got parts ready to drop in, the new steering column, the collapsible steering column, the new Borgeson power steering and everything. And I'm not going to put those in yet, even though everything's clear. I'm going to put in the old original parts that I know will fit back up without any modification, just so I can get everything back intact. So it's a step backwards, but one that I think will be positive. Yeah, look at that. It's starting to look like a car once more. That might be all I have the energy for today. I don't know if you can hear it, but I feel it. I'm still getting over this chest cold. So I'm gonna put a button in it for today. Just happy that I haven't caused any major structural damage, and didn't think I would because of all the supports, but yeah, here we are. So I'm happy. So if you're still with me, thank you so much for watching. Please be patient. I'm gonna try to give updates as things progress, but it could be a massive mad dash to get everything back in and get this ready to move. So bear with me. I'll try to give an update, but if you don't hear from me for a while, don't worry, we'll be back eventually.